Hi, I'm Reverend Clinton Minnis, and this is my beautiful wife, Martha. And we've been married for more than 24 years. We live here in the beautiful Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and we are inviting you to be a part of a wonderful initiative called the Marriage and Family League. The purpose of the Marriage and Family League is to honor God's institution of marriage and family life.
I am Pastor Robin V. Strawn, along with my wife and co-pastor Kayla Strawn. We are pastors of the Good News Ministries in Pinewood Gardens. The biblical institution of marriage is a covenant relationship between a man and a woman. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, God said it was not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helpmate. The institution of marriage is something very wonderful. And again, I thank the Lord every day for my wonderful wife, this gift that He's given to me, that we can share our love for each other and support each other, both in marriage and the family, and also in the church.
Dion Williams. I'm joined by my lovely wife, Stephanie Williams. And towards me about marriage over the years is that God ordained it. God Himself said it is better that two be together. Two are better than one. Two are stronger than one. And man should not be alone. So that's why He created this nice helpmate for me. And I can surely say marriage is a good thing. It's still a good thing. Regardless of what the world is saying, marriage is a great thing and it's ordained by God. God is happy with marriage. The marriage was put there to get families together. When a marriage is strong, you get a strong, vibrant family. You get communities. Communities go to the word. And thus the kingdom of God spreads all over the earth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jacoby, and this is my wife, Pastor Safo, for the Marriage and Family League. And I just want to take a minute and share with you a few things about marriage that are very important for those that are planning on being married to prepare for. First of all, marriage is a lifelong commitment, and when people get married, they don't plan on separating or becoming divorced. But unfortunately, many times people get into marriage and they don't have the tools or the understanding of what it takes to stay married. And some of those things are getting the necessary counseling, and then also just fundamentally understanding what marriage is. Marriage is not a contract, it's a covenant, and it was created by God. And if you don't understand the fundamental meaning of what marriage is, you can get yourself into something that you didn't plan on because you didn't understand what it was or you didn't plan for. It's very important to understand that marriage is a covenant, and it's a lifelong covenant between a man and a woman that God created, He ordained so that people could produce godly offspring and fill the earth. We find in Malachi that God says that He created marriage so that we would have godly offspring. So God's intention for marriage is not just for those coming into that union, but so that we could be a part of God's plan in replenishing the earth.
My name is Reverend Dr. Richard Hanna. I am the pastor of Way Native Baptist Church. This is my wife, Joy, Deacon Joy Hanna. We are so glad to be here today to talk about marriage for just a brief moment. One of the things I want to say about marriage is, though, I believe marriage stands on two principles. It's from Ephesians 5:22 through 33. The first principle is, wives, submit to your own husbands in everything. And this has to do with wives submitting or giving themselves, placing themselves under the authority of another. We submit all the time. Everybody. When you go to the classroom, the students submit to the teacher. The parishioners submit to the pastor. The citizens submit to the government. So we are submitting all the time. We're not asking for the wife to do something that is really difficult, because we submit all the time. And don't forget, we all submit to Christ. Submission just means to place oneself under the authority of another and recognize the authority of the husband in her life. Husbands, on the other hand, ought to love their wives. The word love has to be to do with giving the highest good. Giving the highest good to your wife. The thing here is that if you find that as a husband, that you are the taker or the receiver, you are out of God's will. We believe that we ought to love our wives as Christ loved the church and gave his life for the church, so ought husbands ought to love their wives. And I believe, and we believe that if we do these simple principles, that our marriages will work.
Marriage is a great thing. It's honorable. It's a blessing. The purpose of MFL is to be guardian of God's institution of marriage. One of the things that we would recommend as a marriage couple is that person who are intended to or is married, the key to marriage is communication, faithfulness, love, and commitment. And so these things will help you in your marriage. I wish to say to those persons who are considering marriage, MFL is a good organization for you to join that will help you in counseling, in advice, whatever it is. Even those who are married, we would encourage you to be a part of FML. It is a legitimate organization that will help to enhance marriages in our country.